Hello, everybody, and welcome to the unboxing of the Into Literature Teachers Edition Part 1. Obviously, clearly stated on the right-hand side of the book, you see that this is the Teacher's Edition. If you were to look at either the spine or the back part of your text, you'll see the grade level, bottom right-hand corner, or on the spine of the book, and you'll see your 6 units that make up your particular grade level and the theme titles on the back. Now, a couple of things to draw your attention to and point your attention to is the overall table of contents, which we go through in some of our videos, but you'll see once again the title and the theme of this particular unit outlined. You start with your essential question, which is going to guide you and your students through the particular unit. And you see those 3 very distinct sections that make up each one of our units inside of this program: the analyze and apply, collaborate and compare, and last but not least, the independent reading. Okay. Consider that your gradual release model: the I do, we do, and you do. Last to note on this table of contents are your reflections on the unit, ways to wrap up the unit with your writing tasks, project-based learning opportunities, and you also have your objectives listed as well. If we continue to turn, and again, I'm referencing pages T36 and 37, you do see an introduction to the different studio options that we have on the global learning platform. Okay, for students to get that additional support in any of the 5 areas that you see listed: reading, writing, speaking and listening, grammar, and vocabulary. The last thing you'll find here in the front matter is the introduction to both Kylene Beers and Robert Probst, and the support that we have in the program around Notice and Note. So a lot of schools that we've worked with have used this as an introductory activity on the first day of school with their students, but it introduces them to the 2 authors, starts to kind of scaffold and model for them what the annotations look like, why we are using them. And if I continue, I even get examples of how I might set this up in the students' notebooks, okay, and a list of all of the different Notice and Note signposts. Part 2, Teacher's Edition for Into Literature. Now that we've gone through some of the front matter material, I want to jump to the Unit 1, or this really could be any particular unit of any grade level, but the Instructional Overview and the Resource Offerings page, where you're going to get all of the information that you need to plan the unit and support your students as they go throughout. So listed on the left-hand side in the blue are the different stories that you are going to encounter over the course of the unit. And you see, as we break down from column to column, what the focus of each of those texts are, the digital resources that we can find on GLP, supports for English learner support, differentiation, and then what assessments are available. Down towards the bottom, you have the suggested pacing for each of those sections that I mentioned earlier, right? So you've got your analyze and apply, your collaborate and compare, your independent reading, and then 4 days built in at the end of the unit as a wrap up. Okay. Now, if I turn to the first planning page that's available for me, or what I would likely see for each of the different texts that I'm engaging students with, you're going to see this reading model for each of those texts. Okay, points out the genre, the complexity of that text, the different learning objectives that you might have. you see the English and Spanish summaries. Once again, for this particular text, all of the different resources that are available for you on GLP. And last but not least, some options for small group instruction. In addition to that planning resource, you have what we call our text X-ray for our English language learner support. Okay, different ways where we can introduce the text, be respectful to different cultural references that are made inside of that text. And then you see the breakout for listening, speaking, reading, and writing, how we can support English learners in those three different tiers: substantial, moderate, and light support. We do have this text X-ray for each of the texts that we are reading with our students. This is found in the planning section of your teacher's edition. Once I'm done planning, right, I want to get into actually what it looks like in my text when I'm teaching and supporting my students. Okay, so you'll notice that the banner color will change. It will also switch from saying plan to teach. Okay, and what do you see in the center part of the text is what the students are seeing inside of their textbook. All of your supports are found on the left, the right, and bottom portions of the teacher's edition. Now, I'm just going to tab through the pages a little bit to show instances where we have opportunities to support students that are struggling. Or we talked in our introduction about learning mindset or English language learner support. Right? Those banner colors for all of those resources are going to stay the same throughout, and you're going to see them on each and every page as you tab through the teacher's edition. You'll also see the same icons or the same graphic callouts for instances where we have studios and level up tutorials to support or assist students in their learning. Okay, so if you are noticing on a particular day that students are struggling, you've got that nice call out to remind you once you're actually teaching of those supports that were designed and built for students.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the HMH International Content Cares YouTube channel. If you're looking for more content, click on the video to the right of your screen. Welcome to our global community.